Токму така, како што можете да видите на нашите екрани, Клут Флекенштајн е нашиот следен гостин во студио 10. Тој во интервју за телевизија 24 вели дека лично разочарување за Меркел и неуспех за германското председателство ќе биде ако Македонија не ги стартува преговорите во декември. Поранешниот германски европратеник, сегашен советник на председателот на Европскиот парламент Давид Сасоли, вели дека зад затворените врати на Европската унија се води интензивна дипломатска офанзива и германската канцеларка прави се што е во нејзини раце за да се исполни ветеното, тоа е Македонија сепак да ги почне преговорите со Европската унија овој декември. Тоа е еден од клучните зацртани елементи на германската политика, вели Флекенштајн. Дали ќе успее во тоа, останува секако да видиме. Значи, ве оставам на колешката Лепа Џундева и нејзиното интервју со Флекенштајн.
What are the main arguments that the German presidency can use to change Bulgaria's position on the blockade?
First of all, you know I'm not party member of the German Chancellor's party, but I have to tell you that she is fighting hard to convince the Bulgarian partners to say yes, because we are all convinced. All means 26 countries of 27. We are all convinced that bilateral problems should be solved bilateral and should not be a reason to stop now the process. And the main thing is that we are a European Union, a union of diversity. We have different languages, we have different culture, we have different ethnics. But if there are problems between the one or the other neighbors, they should deal with that directly without any hate speech, but trying to find a common solution and not stop the whole process. We are at the beginning of the negotiations. It's the first, not the last intergovernmental conference. So there is no need to stop something. This is our common, really common view.
Mr. Fleckenstein, you said that actually in Germany saying that we should resolve this bilaterally. But should Macedonia negotiate about the language and identity?
No, it's very that the Macedonian language is a Macedonian language, and it's not a dialect. And the identity, since whensoever, is also clear and recognized in whole Europe. But anyway, if there are open questions, if there are bad feelings about this, if there is a need to discuss a common view on history, yes, then let's speak about that, but bilaterally and not stopping the whole process. Stopping the process does not mean only stopping North Macedonia. It's also stopping the European Union, because we want you in the Union and not out.
What will happen to the enlargement process if the intergovernmental conference with Macedonia is not?
I would say there are two sides of the medal. The one side is that we all are, of course, disappointed if it's really because of a construction mistake of the European Union possible that one country can stop the whole process or delay the whole process. On the other hand, I'm sure it's only a delay. It can't be stopped by one forever. But this delay, and this is the other part of the coin, this delay should be used to go on with all the reforms which stand, because you will need it anyway. And it will not question the end mark that you will be once in the European Union. It's just a totally unnecessary delay of process.
The Financial Times and FAS published many critical analyses of Prime Minister Borisov. Could such a negative image of Bulgaria be an element in removing bilateral issues from the negotiation framework and the EU enlargement process?
I really hope that the Prime Minister of Bulgaria, and it's not only the Prime Minister, there are others as well in the game, that they agree at the end that although it might be a serious problem for them, it's a problem to be discussed bilaterally. And they have to know that they are very, very alone in the European Union with the standpoint they preach every day again.
What are the chances for Macedonia to get a date during the European Council on December 10th, after the ministerial meeting?
I'm very sure that a lot of friends of North Macedonia, a lot of friends of the Macedonian people will continue until the last moment on the 10th of December to find a way to convince our partners in Bulgaria not to block. So this fight is only over at the end of the 10th. And if necessary, then we will continue afterwards. But let's see what the 8th will bring, and then what the Council on the 10th at the end will decide. I still hope until the last minute that our Bulgarian partners will agree on solving bilateral problems in a sense of common sense, bilateral, and not taking hostage not only North Macedonia, but also 26 other European Union member states.
What will Chancellor Merkel do about this? What results she will deliver at her last presidency of the Union in December? Can we say, if we don't get this date for opening negotiation process, that it will be a failure for her?
I would not like to say it's a failure of her because, and again, I'm not her party member. I have to admit that she is fighting hard and doing her real best to convince Borisov and others. But yes, it would be a disappointment, I think, also for her that the German presidency could not manage this process. And it's not only about North Macedonia. It's also about Albania. It's also about opening chapters for Serbia. It's not only a sad signal for your country and your people. It would be a sad signal for the whole region. Although, again and again, this is not the end. It's just another, how can I say, another failure on the way. But it would be a disappointment for all of us. And yeah, it would be a failure of German presidency, but I wouldn't say it's their fault.